Oh. So I've just finished up a squat session. It's my second training log of this kind. Thought I'd do it in my gym this time rather than while I was driving. So it was a 5-3-1 week, 5 threes and then 1 plus. Belted squats. First working set was 162.5. These were all kilos. 185 for 3, and then 207.5 for a single or more. 162.5 felt really heavy for some reason. Got the first 3 alright, but the second 2 just no power at the bottom. Made me scratch my head a little bit. I know I did some heavy deadlifts last Thursday and did some events training yesterday which involved a lot of pressing but a lot of jerking, so there's a bit of legs. I wouldn't have expected it to be quite like that. Anyway, moved on to 185. That actually felt real right. I got my brain a little bit more in gear and attacked the bar a little bit more aggressively. 185 for 3 was really easy. Had a few more in the tank, but yeah, that was fine. Gave myself a bit of a break. 207.5. Coming into tonight, I really wanted to get a double at that. I've never, not for some time, have I attempted anything in the way of reps at 200 plus. So aiming for 207 for a double in my mind was a pretty good target. I racked the bar, felt really light, sunk it in, came really far forwards on my feet, and you know that feeling you get when you're squatting a decent weight and suddenly the weight shifts to the front of your feet, calves like really heavily engaged just to try and push yourself back, and I felt that. Then you just made it back up. The guy was spotting behind me. I could feel him. He didn't spot me, but I felt him getting right up there close. After a bit of a talking to by one of my training partners, I gave myself sort of 5-10 minutes, and I gave it another shot. Really, like I said, I really wanted to get that double. I figured even if I only got one extra rep, that'd be good. I just really wanted to get that technique for a single, which I'll talk about in a minute because it's something that's playing on my mind. So yeah, pulled it out, felt light again on the back, sunk it in, nailed 2 reps. Second rep was a little bit of a grinder through that sort of midpoint, but got through it just fine. Just because it's a grind doesn't mean it was that hard. And yeah, so I was pretty fucking happy with that. So yeah, something that struck me, I've been following 5-3-1 for the squats I've been following 5-3-1 across my main 3 lifts now since about May, beginning of May, probably earlier than that, sort of halfway through April. After my last powerlifting meet, I just really wanted to do something really fucking basic that I could just punch some numbers in and just work through and just focus on what I was doing. But something that's really struck me, I think, that I feel like I've lost from just powerlifting, you know, like working on, building up for a powerlifting meet, that last sort of 4 weeks, I've been working on singles, not necessarily up to my absolute weight, but that's roughly where I'd like to start working at singles. So those first 3 of the 4 weeks would be getting closer towards what I want to be lifting on the day, and then that 4th week just before would be kind of like that deload week where I'd just work up to my opening lifts. And I think that slow build up of working up to singles really helps with that technique. I think it takes a certain amount of time, certain number of singles to really sort of grease the groove at doing a single lift, in this case a single squat. And I think this 5-3-1, especially when I'm spreading it over the 4, I've got the 4 weeks, I've got the deload week, the 5s, the 3s and the 5-3-1. I'm essentially doing like one single every month, or working up to one single every month. And I think by the time I get there, the weights are starting to get up close to where my maximum is, but I haven't had as much practice taking a single out, with that real tight back, real. Maybe I should be concentrating more on all of my working sets, making sure every single one of them is. So if I'm doing the week of 3s, making sure that I unrack and treat them as absolutely 3 singles rather than sink them in. I don't know. It's probably the case is I have to do that, or continue to struggle with that 1 rep, because by the time I get around to it, I just don't feel like I've quite got that strict technique for it. I don't know quite what to do. I certainly wouldn't have broken any PRs tonight, even though I think my squat has got stronger since last time I tested my PB. Just things to think about really. I'm not going to change anything up. I want to finish the year of squats, exactly what I'm doing at the moment. Just keeping with this 5-3-1 process. If at any point I need to change things up and aim for a maximum squat for something, then I'd change up the way I was training and build up on some singles for a few weeks until I found my groove and then nailed it. Like I said, my squat isn't in any particular rush. I figure as long as my 5 and 3 rep maximums are kind of going up and I'm pushing myself on the week of 5s, trying to get somewhere between 6 and 8 reps, I'm pretty happy, because I think that's probably going to be more useful to me in strongman than having a really high maximum squat. Just thinking about the competitions I see, I can't remember last time I saw a squat max event at any time. Sometimes you'll see like a rising bar weight, I guess, but usually it seems to be a set amount of weight for maximum amount of reps in a period of time. So I don't think there's much reason for me to just keep pushing for PBs on the squats. I'm just going to leave that as is. So yeah, I finished up my squats. The rest of the guys are fucking off early tonight. I fancy just getting a little bit more work done, so I head over to the GHD and did some reps on that. I've seen some real progression on that over the course of sort of like the year that we've had it here. I've gone through fits and starts of whether I'd use it kind of religiously, and then other times, for a couple of months I wouldn't use it at all. When I first started doing it, I'd do more like back hyperextensions on it. Get quite a lot of reps out of that, because obviously that's quite a lot more easy. But I've been doing, I would try and do some strict hamstring work on it, and yeah, and over time it's just got better and better, and it seems to be a tipping point now. Now I'm able to do 5+ reps strictly. It's like that seems to be the sweet spot of where I'm gaining strength on it, and now the strength on those is actually just shooting up. So tonight it was set 15, just my body weight. It was easy. I could have pushed on to do more, but I thought, fuck it, I'm not going to keep going. I grabbed a 5 kilo plate, did another set of 12 with that. Again, could have squeezed a few more out. Thought, fuck it. Grabbed a 10 and did 2 sets with holding onto a 10 kilo plate, did 10 and then 12 reps. That last set, the 12 reps, the sort of 11th and 12th rep, I really had to kind of like squeeze quite hard to get that. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And that was it. I kind of wanted to do some rower tonight, but like an absolute idiot, I've left my drinks at home, and I just thought, do you know what, I'm not going to blast myself silly and not have anything to quench my thirst. This gym's so spitting well, I say split disorder, I mean it's newly equipped, but it's not even really a gym, it's more of just a little barbell club. The only running water has got a sign up saying don't drink it. So yeah, I'm fucking thirsty at this point, and really instead of talking to a fucking camera I should be going home and getting some liquids and some nutrition in me. But you know, whatever. That's about it really. Just to review the tail end of last week, deadlifts. I spoke about how I was going to do 3 sets of 5 at 225. That was actually surprisingly easy for me. Now I think the mixture of my cardio getting a little bit better and the fact that the weight was, it was more intense and fewer reps actually worked to my favour. I was able to grab my breath at the top of each rep, sink down, get back under, get back down and pull another one. I think I only really struggled on the very last rep of the very last set, so that was really good for me. Looking for this week, it's the deload speed week of that, so it'll be 10 doubles at 140. Again, really just focusing on that technique and power out of the bottom. I trained yesterday, event session with a couple of the guys. I was here, I got some work done, nothing particularly impressive, but the only real good takeaway I took from it was I got a single one motion log clean and press, or Viper press we call it, with 100 kilos, which was a PB for, straight up and, bang. Very happy with that. I did a 97 for a double in a week, and I thought, I don't know if I can try that. And I got it, so I was really happy with that. And focused on just a press and medley, like I've got this comp coming up. I only did the first 3 implements, so it was a log clean and press, axle clean and press, and a yoke press. And just worked up. I did the comp weight 85s all the way through, then did 100s all the way through. Got both those all fine, then 110s, got the log fine. Axle, I've done more than that before, but I've done 115's my PB axle clean and press. I couldn't quite get 110 locked out. I made a real mess of the clean. I had to inch it up my chest almost, which was really horrible. And when I finally got it there, I was knackered. I had, to be fair, a couple of really good tries on press, but I just couldn't quite get the tricep power in and lock it out, which was a real shame. Either that or it wasn't enough leg drive to punch it up far enough with enough speed, so the triceps didn't have to work too hard. So I didn't quite get it, and then the yoke had just barely took off before an inch, which was really disappointing. But I do find I've been spending a bit of time doing an overhead press from that sort of dead, rested position, so either pin press or yoke. And it's starting to get a little bit better. My technique for it's all right now. I'm finding I can almost kind of like power jerk it a little bit. So get over one motion, punch it straight up, and then just try and get that double dip. So, I'm hoping on the day, fresh, rested, comp weights of 110. I want to get a decent time on those first 2 implements, give myself sort of 15 to 20 seconds rest, and then try and punch out that yoke. Maybe just 10-15 seconds. 10 seconds is a long time, isn't it, really? If I can get that, I'll be very happy, and if I can squeeze out the barrel overhead, afterwards, that'd be really cool. But as long as I get a decent time on those first 2 implements, so as maybe, if there's a bunch of us on 2 implements overhead successfully, then maybe I'll do all right on the time. See how we go on that. So yeah, that was it. I mean, other than that, it wasn't a very good event session yesterday. Called it a day, was a bit lazy. Should have done farmers, didn't do farmers. So today, back round to squats. That's it. I'm looking forward to overhead this week on Wednesdays. It's a couple of days away now. nothing much else to say. So if you've got any questions or anything like that, or ask me about how I train, bear in mind I'm not an expert or any kind of particularly strong guy. I'm willing to point people in the right direction. So if you like, just put a comment on the video or subscribe or hit me up on Twitter or something like that. I'll have to stick some links somewhere at some point. Make sure you can find it from my YouTube account. Yeah, that's it. Cheers.